Welcome back, everybody. Mookie here for a new car review where we do the review with no car, but that's on you because we don't have enough subscribers.
Bo ho, bo ho, bo ho, bo bo ho.
Squid's taking it real hard.
We just passed 100. Now let's go to 200. We're at 114. I don't think that's going to be too hard. Let's make it to 200. So I'm pretty sure you're going to see this from Forced Auto Reviews, and then maybe in a year from Doug DeMayo when he gives it like a 3 out of 3,500 Doug DeMayo score, or however he scores cars against Land Rovers, because that's the only thing he gives a crap about.
You stink!
But what I witnessed today was a snapshot, or maybe it was a hint of a review of the 2024 Chevy Traverse. And what I'm looking at here is the Car and Driver release of the details on this vehicle. And I was wondering, I'm like, maybe I'm late to the game. It's like, actually, this is just 2 days old. This was just released on July 17th. So they're bringing a new Z71 model to the Traverse. I was never really a fan of the Traverse, mostly because of the look and then the functionality of the V6 that it had. I feel like it was always better served with like a hybrid 6, or just give it a V8. Like, if we're gonna have that much room, that much capability, we at least want it to be more capable. I believe that maybe we might strike something in between with this vehicle. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out soon as somebody else reviews it who actually gets to see the car, not me.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Going off of the photos that I'm seeing from Car and Driver off of the interior, it looks pretty sleek. It's a pretty good facelift for the interior as compared to the previous Traverse. The previous Traverse, honestly, just like the inside, was just an Equinox, which is a Malibu, which is a Cruise, it's just the same. It was just really like American standard in a way that I just didn't appreciate from GM, and it's been like that for almost a decade. With the retooling of their interior and of the different style that they're going for, it's pretty nice because it's if you see the Escalade, the new Escalade interior, it's very similar to that, with like a huge touchscreen that just kind of flows off the front dashboard, which is really nice. I like how they're doing that. There's a lot more real estate for the screen. On the steering wheel, there's kind of a like almost flat bottom steering wheel, which is really nice. I like that they kind of changed up kind of the design so that it's not as fat as a hub steering wheel. It looks like there's plenty of storage on it. It looks like there's plenty of cubby storage, cup holders for all of us Americans, for all of our cups. Brought to you today by 7 Leaves, as American as it gets, with Vietnamese coffee. But honestly, I'm excited. I would take this home for my family vehicle as a 3-road family-sized SUV, depending on the trims that we get for the engine. If we get a diesel engine for it, oh my God, say less. If we get like the same diesel engine that's in the current Escalade, sign me up 100%. If we could get like a turbo 6 in it as opposed for the Z71, it would be fabulous. I think that would really look great, because I definitely think that there is this market for this 3-road SUV that is not a Tahoe or a Yukon or an Escalade. It's a lot of car, and it's always been a very expensive a lot of car. So something that's designed well, very sleek to look at, capable, as a nice design culture. With this one, I'm pretty confident in the design culture for it. I'm very pleased with what it appears that they're doing with it. It's talking about safety. I could care less. You're in an SUV. If you're not safe, then at that point, nothing. You're not going to be safe in anything. 22-inch black wheels, black alloy wheels. It's kind of the same as you would for any Z71, same as you've seen in like a Silverado, same as you've seen in a Tahoe, Z71, or AT4 GMC. Yeah, well, kind of the same, black alloy wheels that you'd see in a GMC. So nothing new there. Very Chevrolet. It's very Chevrolet. Switches, GM. Vents, GM. Like, all that's the same. So don't get, too hot and heavy that you're finally going to get like aluminum switches, or you're finally going to get like real aluminum on the steering wheel or whatever. It appears there is like a solid like piano black top end on the steering wheel, which is pretty nice. Other than that, standard leather, I'm assuming Napa leather seats. A lot of the design culture for like cup holders, storage, compartments, plastic trim pieces, all that still remains as Chevy as possible, which, I mean, they can't change everything in a day, but I'm very, very excited. I'm excited that they're releasing this Z71 model of like the Traverse as opposed to releasing a Traverse-sized EV vehicle, because that will not sell. I can tell you right now, because there's a lot of other ones in the space that are a little bit more expensive, like a Rivian RS1 or whatever the case may be, or even a Model X or Model Y, that you're going to gravitate towards that first. You're not going to be looking to GM to produce that. Maybe for like the Silverado EV, that seems to be pretty popular. But right now, there is not that space. There's not that realm, because you're going to be charging an arm and a leg. I mean, look at the Hummer EV. The only reason that it's garnishing so much attention is because of its kind of the exclusivity of its rollout, but also because it's a Hummer. Like, you know, there's a name recognition, there's an occult following behind it, and that same following also are people who have money to go in on that vehicle. I really hope they do something about price on this Z71. I'm almost guaranteed it's going to be like 58 to 60. I mean, I can't imagine it wouldn't be. Oh, perfect. Here we go. V6 engine swapped out for a new, for a 2.5 inline four. Jesus Christ.
Hep hep! Boo! Hep hep! Boo! Hep hep! Boo! Hep hep!
Boo! You stink!
I mean, the numbers are fine. There was previously like a 270 horsepower engine for the same vehicle, which is a pretty heavy engine with pretty little power. So 315 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. I'd really have to drive it. I really would love to drive it to really see how that translates, because I'm assuming that more and more of this vehicle becomes plastic and aluminum like every vehicle is, so that might help. Summer tires might help if you don't slap these what appear to be like 22-inch off-road tires with thicker tire treads on it. All-terrain tires, I don't think I would do that. I think I'd keep it street tires, because I don't think you're taking this thing off-road. Most of you are not. I would, but most of you are not. And so yeah, I think you'd be fine. I think you would see the relationship of that power translate. I don't know. I feel that's still underpowered. It was underpowered before. That was a big problem I had with it. Underpowered, so it would underperform. MPG would underperform. And then it would also, you know, obviously it's like then now when you're spending more, it feels like the cost of ownership is so much more when something breaks or something goes wrong. So if something goes wrong on this, it's like I feel like I'd be way more settled with having a V6 turbo or a V6 hybrid turbo similar to the new Tundra. But I mean, you can't make Chevy do anything that makes sense. So
Correct!
but I'm excited. I think it's cool. I would definitely buy one if I wanted other Chevys. I'm a big proponent of if you have one, get another one. Like if you have a Honda, get another Honda. If you have a Toyota, get another Toyota. If you have a Ford, just buy another Ford. You shouldn't buy a Ford, but buy another Ford. So if you have a Chevy, buy another Chevy. I think if you're gonna come in on the 2024 Chevy Traverse, then you should probably just go in on a truck. You should probably go in on a Tahoe if you can afford that, or if you want to go low maintenance, you could definitely go in on, no, the Cruise is gone. Never mind. They're kind of really shortening their lineup. Don't want an Equinox. Say a Blazer. I'd say a Blazer and drop it to the ground. Like, yeah, that's what I would do. I would do Blazer RS. I'd lower it to the side skirts. I'd have it absolutely scraping on leaves, and then I would get this, and then just front skid plate, off-road tires, 30-inch tires, lift kit, over fenders. I'd probably end up cutting a bunch of the plastic just so there's more room. I'd probably remove those fender liners or the fender trims just to make more room, you know, whatever. I mean, I'd destroy this car. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of the new 2024 Chevy Traverse Z71 trim. I'm excited for it. There's very few cars that I'm excited for because they strike either a place where I feel that a lot of people could purchase it, or they strike an accord to where it's like, no, this purchase would actually make sense. Obviously, if you could afford it, because a lot of people think they can afford this car. You can't afford this car. I can't afford this car. I barely make 5 figures. I cannot afford this car. So, you know, I definitely take that into consideration. But I might be overestimating with the $60,000 price tag. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video for ones similar to this one. And don't forget to let me know if you have a car that you want me to review. I'm desperate. I'm literally sitting in my car because I have no cars to review. Kevin's called like 15 different spots. Nobody wants to give us a car.
Why? 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 Why?
Give me a car to review. I would love to do it. I'll promote your hairline.
You playing that good Minecraft. I like your cut, G.
I don't know. I was looking at a nail salon or a hair salon and I just thought hairline. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.